This the season for the NFL.
We back, baby.
We are back.
We back. Cowboys, Philly.
Yes.
Hey. And they was slugging. They was slugging.
Yeah, they was
Talk to me.
Yeah, they was acting a little crazy at the beginning. Game was honestly very solid. But what a wild game though. I ain't gonna lie to you. What a wild game. I'll tell you this. You can't pin it on just one player in this game because, man, defense actually looked pretty good. Defense looked really good for Dallas. Yeah. Eagles defense looked really great. Man, the Eagles offense looked pretty efficient, but shout out to Dallas's run-stopping defense. Right? They actually did really well this game. You know, they set the tone for the first game of the season. What a wonderful job by them.
You know, I really like whoever put this on the schedule first.
Yeah.
You know, put the rivalries on the schedule because it sets the tempo. The fact that it's a rivalry bring that extra energy, right? Yeah. Instead of coming out sluggish, trying to loosen up because it's been a minute, you out there trying to get it. You know what I mean? Reputation. I like it because the energy was there.
Yeah, it was.
Some jokers out there hitting, competing.
Yeah, it looked like both teams was really glad to be playing some football.
Oh, 1,000%.
From the trash talk to really playing, for the most part, fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
I mean, the first game is definitely the first game, so you're going to have a few penalties, a few mistakes. But overall, it was solid. I'll tell you this, 24-20.
Yeah.
A tough loss because the Eagles gave Dallas plenty of chances to win. That was the thing.
1,000%.
They gave them plenty of chances to win.
Yes, sir.
But Dallas had 5 crucial drops.
Yeah, big time.
Ferguson in the end zone.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the game.
That's tough.
Well, mid-game. CeeDee Lamb had 4 of them. You know, it's tough because you can say, well, Dallas would have scored. Well, not necessarily. If that was the case, it's not like it was a 40-something game. Like 40-40. It wasn't nothing like that. So, I don't know. I'll tell you this. I know CeeDee's going to be a lot better. George Pickens is going to, now he has asserted himself. Yeah. I loved how George Pickens was catching the ball out with his hands.
Yeah.
They're going to be featuring him a lot more in the offense. The offense, you could tell, because you can't put the blame on Dak. Dak was playing very efficient. He made some really, really good throws.
Oh, yeah.
Really great throws. You know, even that diving throw in the fourth quarter where CeeDee had to go out there and he had to leap forward a little bit, it's okay. Elbows come in a little bit more. It's just little attention to details that he's going to be all right, you know. Right. But, man, when you see the potential, the potential's there. Here's the thing that I want to know about Dallas going forward. Is this just a little bit of leftover rust from last season that they just got to shake off before they step into their new destiny?
Yep.
Because they're trying to assert themselves as, hey, we are still a championship-type organization. Right. We still have that energy flowing through here. Right. We just need to unlock everything.
Right.
Unlock everything through consistency.
Right.
I want to see what they do going forward. I want to see what they're doing going forward because they literally have everything they need to succeed. They just need to be able to just honestly go out there and execute. 1,000%. It has to be one of those things, but it's like it has to be an action. And if somebody's not taking action, then somebody needs to keep the other accountable. 100%. I like how CeeDee allowed for himself to say, hey, man, I can't put the blame on anybody but myself.
Come on, man.
I like that assertiveness for himself because that it shows me that he still established himself in his mind as I'm still the greatest. I had a bad game, but I'm good. We good. You know what I mean? So just got to see it. I got to see it going forward. But, you know, now teams know, though, that offense is explosive. Hey. And really, Dallas, they can show, hey, honestly, we can only really beat ourselves. Hey. At the end of the day, because they could have snuck it. They could have snuck one out of Philly.
Man.
They could have snuck one out of Philly last night.
Man.
What you think, man?
Man. I'm neutral ground. You know, I respect both organizations. So I just wanted to see a good game.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, man, they gave me what I tuned in for. You know, that was a good game. Woo! That was a good game. It was good because we had good offense starting off. Chains was moving. You see what I'm saying? And as a defensive player, you know, playing defense myself, I understand. If anyone needs to warm up, we need to warm up.
Yeah.
And I remember in practice, sometimes you'd actually get some contact before the game even starts just to loosen your body up. Mm-hmm. And so that's why a lot of times we saw them sticks moving early, first game of the season coming off the summertime, you know what I mean? Preseason, you ain't really had just a full rep at highest intensity like that.
Yeah.
Legs might need to warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
Feel me? So I think they came out moving the chains. It was exciting, man. We got to see what those offense had. Jalen looked good. Dak looked good. Their running game looked good.
Looks solid.
It looked solid.
It looks solid.
But you know, here's the thing. My expectations for first game of the season are low. I'm not expecting all of this polishness. I'm expecting y'all come out here compete. Let me see what y'all got. And they showed us a little bit. Now the errors, I'm more so looking at the good more than I'm looking at some of the miscues. First game of the season, you're going to build on that. You're going to go watch film. You're going to spend a lot of hours studying. You're going to figure that out. But to your point, is this a preview of what's to come, or is this just, you know, showing that, hey, this is our potential? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're not always going to have these consistent errors, right? We're going to have good potential. I like it, man. No, yeah. I think they got something in Miles Sanders. Now, I know he had a tough game. He fumbled that ball, but he looked good running that football. He's a nice change of pace. Back to half. Jay Williams looked all right. That O-line did their thing.
Yeah, the O-line looked good, too. Which should be expected.
Yeah.
Shout out to, speaking of, I was thinking about some certain players, but I was thinking about how that defense, I can't get enough of the run stopping on the defense, but corners played pretty respectfully good, too. Because AJ Brown had a hard time getting loose.
Come on.
You know, corners did really good.
Yeah.
That's a great sign to come because, I mean, hey, it's like, well, they couldn't stop Jalen Hurts. Well, that's okay. They're going to get that part of that defense right. I like how those defensive linemen was doing some really excellent stunts to be able to monitor Jalen Hurts, especially after the Thunder and Lightning. You know, that gave them enough time to assess themselves, really study film. Really go back in there and check their schemes. They did a great job. They just didn't close. But as far as, like you said, as far as going out there and competing, yeah, it looked good. They looked real good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, they solid.
Man, you know, to your point about CD, it showed a lot of leadership in him.
Yeah.
It showed a lot of leadership for him to be able to take ownership the way that he did. I think it's setting an example of how it's done. You know, a lot of players say a lot of things, talk a lot of whatever. But listen, just take ownership, silence the noise. Because now instead of us talking about what he did, we're talking about how he responded. You know what I'm saying? We're spending a short amount of time on what happened, but then we're most importantly stuck on the potential of his words, which he said he was going to do better. So now we give him time to show and prove, you know? And that spoke volumes to me. Philly did their thing. They handled their business, man. Coming to Homs. They came up there to Philly. They did what they had to do. I think that was solid. Run game looked okay. I like the energy of the Dallas Cowboys defense initially. Like we're talking about the Super Bowl champs here.
Yeah.
Who virtually didn't lose too many. You know, you lost my man went down there to Houston. But they're still a really dominant football team. And to come out there and to show up and compete after you trade away a top pillar on that squad, spoke volumes to me. I think the league better watch out for both of them boys. I think we already knew what Philly was gonna bring. We already knew. We were like, okay, I mean, come on, it's Philly. They gonna come here. Cowboys better watch out, right? That was the thing. They was the underdogs, and so for them to step up, like, hey, almost.
Yeah.
Y'all, hey. And if it wasn't for that, hey, y'all better not. Hey, because sometimes that's all you need. All you need is just a little, hey, we right there. All you need is that. Because sometimes if you get it, then you might think we got it.
Right.
You're like, oh, man, shit, we knew we was going to, this is going to be a new day, you know? Then you kind of chill.
Yep.
But sometimes it's nice to sniff and get close, and then you know what you're missing out on. You're like, oh, we right there, baby.
Like, we that close.
We right there.
Yeah. Nah, it's real. Yeah, it's definitely real, bro. I was thinking about George Pickens. I was like, I bet you George Pickens is gonna get more targets.
Oh yeah.
Going on in the future.
Right.
He's gonna need it, bro. He's gonna need to because he's one of them. He's actually a little bit more lengthy
He has to.
Like, he's a little bit more lengthy than what it may appear sometimes. And you don't see it until he starts catching footballs, and you start saying, okay, he's like strong too, like the way he's catching the footballs and stuff. That's something that they're gonna need down the stretch. That's what I love about the NFL. You can start off hot, but even though you start off hot, it's a whole new season after week 8. And so the great teams, they can sustain that consistency. Like, I'm not saying Dallas can just keep losing, nothing like that. They can sustain that consistency and everything like that. Or they can continue to sustain being who they are, but can they keep that consistency?
Facts.
Like, when they start winning, can they keep that consistency? Facts. You don't want to be losing too much is what I'm saying. But at the second half of the season, they got to get to rolling. So, overall, like you said, against the Super Bowl champs, hey, you played all right.
Hey, right.
You played solid.
Right.
You played solid. Right. That's okay.
Man,
I'm cool with that.
Looking forward to the rest of the season. Ooh, I dropped it. Let me get that one back. Oh, we gonna get it. Hey. And he's going. And he's out there. He threw it. Woo! Hey! We gotta get it back. Get it back. I gotta get it back. We'll get it back toward the camera. Let's see. He going. Yay! Yes, sir. Back shoulder. Yes, sir. Back shoulder. Yes, sir. My man. Good morning. Yes, sir. Now, last week we had Cowboys and the Eagles.
Man.
How you think them boys was looking out there without Micah?
Shoot. Well, they look good. Should they held Saquon to less than 100 yards?
Yes, sir.
That's a win for the number 1 running back from last year.
Hell yeah.
So, definitely love that part.
Yep.
Shoot, they look real good. Here's my thing. Defense look good. Offense look good, but offense, they got to capitalize.
I feel that.
I'm about to say the Eagles gave them plenty of chances to try to win.
Yep.
You know, they didn't capitalize on their wins. I saw Dak threw the ball to Ferguson, the tight end, into the end zone.
Yeah.
And he dropped the pass.
Yep.
CD had some crucial passes that he dropped as well, but that's stuff that happens the first game. They'll clean up.
Yep.
They'll get better with that kind of stuff over time.
Hell yeah.
But I'll tell you this, the Eagles are still the Eagles.
Right.
And it's their week 1 too, and they're only going to get better through time anyways. The biggest thing that I enjoyed is the fact that they wanted to execute. Because when you execute, that makes things so much better.
Facts.
They tush push is still the tush push.
Yep.
Defense looks disruptive.
Man.
They're only going to get better with time. But the NFC East is nice, though.
Mm-hmm.
NFC East, because I was looking, those two teams did great. But, we had another divisional match.
What's up?
That happened in NFC East this past weekend.
Yeah.
With the Washington Commanders, New York Giants.
Hell yeah.
Man, did you get a chance to check that out?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What you think about them Commanders?
Man, Commanders, they look polished. I see Debo already making an impact. Debo out there doing his thing.
Yeah.
He scored that tub. He's such an athlete.
Y'all about to say, he looks shifty out there.
He's such an athlete. He been shifty.
Yeah. Y'all about to say, I really like what I see out of him because, I know there was a lot of reports like, oh, yeah, man, he's not really all that in shape and stuff like that. But what I seen coming around in them sweeps and everything,
right,
looked solid.
He looked good.
Looked real solid.
Yeah, man. I
like Jaden Daniels. He still looks like he's still growing.
Yeah.
From last season, I don't see sophomore slump energy. I'm trying to take the next step. I've been focused all season or all off season.
Yeah.
I see that in him.
Yep.
I think they're ready to kind of make a little push. The Giants, they gave him a good look on the defensive side.
Yeah.
Giants gave them a good look on the defensive side. Giants just don't have enough because the pass rushers for the Commanders,
yep,
like their defense, they look like a top 5 defense the other night.
Man.
They really do.
Yeah, you took the word out of my head. That's what I was going to highlight was the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense looked tough.
They did.
They looked tough. They were swarming to the ball. And what I like about Jaden Daniels was his decision making.
Yeah.
He was making quick reads. Even with his decision to use his feet, it was a quick read.
No, it was.
Hell yeah. Now that shows a maturity and growth, right? Now, hey, speaking of that, talking about reads, what about your boy Justin Fields out there?
Man, you know,
he looked good in that pocket.
I'm so proud of Justin Fields because he looks confident out there with familiar energy around here when it comes to Breece Hall. Seems like he fits his mold really well because Breece Hall was toting that pill yesterday. But I really liked how him and Garrett Wilson, naturally from college, it looked like it was just like, hey, let's press play. Matter of fact, you're like my security blanket type energy. I absolutely love that. I mean, and you know what? I also like how the Jets, they allow for him to be him. So what happens is when you have him running the ball the way he does and you let him just be free, now you unlock his passing potential because his energy is more settled in because he's allowed to use his number one gift and then allow for everything else to just come natural to him.
Big time.
And I just love that. They look good. They honestly have the potential to be a really good team. They have the potential to be a really good team. But you know, it's just gonna be another new phase in their arsenal. It's like, what is that? Honestly, learning how to control games or close games.
Hell yeah.
Once they figure out how to close games out, it'll be game over.
Yep.
That's really what it is.
Ain't lying. Ain't lying. Speaking
of
closing the game out, how about your boy Aaron Rodgers out there with the Pittsburgh?
Oh man,
they got them a quarterback, don't they?
Oh, A-Rod, did you hear him? In the interview, he was like, man, I really love this organization.
Flicking of this.
So the thing is,
what's up?
They giving him some time to throw that ball down. Here's the thing. We was just talking about this a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
If you give him time in the pocket,
come on, man,
he's gonna pick you apart. But we did also see some flashes of if you blitz him, he gonna have to get that ball out of his hands quick. But man, I like how Pittsburgh had DK Metcalf in the slot.
Come on,
getting the ball quick.
Come on now.
Cause I saw him get up the field so fast.
Yeah.
I saw him get up the field so fast on one of those quick little hitches from the slot. And that's how I knew. I was like, okay, they got a serious plan on how to get the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands fast enough.
Big time.
Just in case teams try to do that.
Yeah.
If they can't get him on a 3 or 4 man front, they still try to do that. Like, okay, we're still going to try to see if we can kind of blitz him, see if we can kind of, get him off his throne a little bit.
Hell yeah.
But man, he had 4 TDs, no picks.
Come on now.
Confidence in his feet, confidence in his body being healthy. So proud of Aaron Rodgers,
bro. Good, man.
So proud of him. His spunk, his spirit in the interview. He looks like he's trying to get that juju back.
Playing football again.
He's playing football again. Like he's having fun again.
Not the business, the game. He's playing the game.
He's playing the game, man. I was like, yeah, that's some solid work that I enjoy about him.
It's good to see.
Yeah, really, really good stuff.
How you feel about Flacco out there in Cleveland?
You know, Joe, that's my boy Joe Flacco, man. I tell you.
Yeah.
Whoop. Joe, one of them kind. He's gonna make the right play.
Yeah.
He's gonna do enough for the team to win. And all honestly,
he's gonna do enough.
He did enough.
Yeah, he did.
He did enough in this past game for the Cleveland Browns to win that football game.
You ain't lying.
Really did. Really, really did.
You ain't lying.
It was just one of those things that was unfortunate because a couple of his passes, you can say it was slightly off.
Right.
But receivers know.
That's why you get paid.
Yeah, receivers know. If it's in your hands, you got to catch that football every time.
Every time. Woo. Undershot it.
And it was unfortunate because it touched those receivers' hands, but it ricocheted just enough. It ricocheted just enough where they ended up getting an interception twice.
I know it, yeah.
That happened twice.
Come on, man.
That was literally a organization meltdown.
Yeah, man.
That was one of 2.
Yeah.
From yesterday.
Yeah.
Like organization meltdown. We'll get to Baltimore soon.
Yeah.
But Cleveland, they had an organization meltdown because for it to happen twice, that to me is an energy thing in the organization. I'm not going to say it's the receivers coach. I'm not going to say it's Coach Stefanski.
Yeah.
But it's an energetic level of not paying attention, not being completely locked in into the game like they should have. I don't think that they were all the way locked in from a we must win mindset all the way, because Joe was doing his thing.
Yeah.
Defense was doing great too.
Yeah.
Shout out to that defensive line for Cleveland, man. They was giving Joe Burrow a tough time.
Now,
not knocking anything with what Cincinnati did, because Joe gonna be Joe.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase for sure gonna be Jamar Chase.
Come on now.
Because he was eating them up really good too. But for what Cleveland was giving them and what Cincinnati gave them opportunity with, Cleveland still should have found a way to close it, because they also missed a field goal.
Come on now.
Or an extra point, I believe.
Yeah.
Those little things that they add up.
Yeah.
It could have been 17-17, and maybe that could have shifted the timeline of events where they could have went to OT or something like that. But whenever they scored and now it's 17-16 because you missed a field goal, those mistakes. That's why Coach said we got to do our best to play mistake-free football.
Hell yeah. Hey, I'll get you another one.
Yeah. Oh, you see about that pass?
I showed it to you. Yeah. I got to warm my arm up. Yeah, but you know what I do like, though? I like that Cincinnati, we look at them as a playoff contender, right?
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, they got the Twin Towers on the outside. So Cleveland kind of picked off where they left off from last year, right? They're competing with these teams that are like solid teams, but they just got to figure out a way to get over the hump. To your point, it's always some kind of miscue. Some kind of error, something always going on, you feel me? And that's a sign of polished teams who win. Polished teams who win and those who don't.
Yeah.
Feel me? Is it little things?
That's it. Oh man.
That's happened a couple of times, man.
Hey, I was about to say that's been happening a lot. So
that happened at Pittsburgh.
It did.
With Jonnu.
Oh yeah, that is right.
Didn't it bounce off somebody?
I think so. It was one of those games where it did bounce off the foot. But speaking of, like, I was thinking about that and just turnovers and then catching everything. So let's talk about Baltimore. Let's talk about first.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about the good. Then we'll talk about the bad. First things first. Let's talk about the good. Defense looked phenomenal.
Come on now.
Derrick Henry almost had 200 yards rushing in the game. Almost 200 yards. He had over 100 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I was just looking at it. I was like, he looked like he is only getting stronger with time because of his consistency.
And his training.
Yeah, and his training. I seen that and I was like, man, between that, watching Zay Flowers doing his thing at receiver.
Yeah.
Lamar doing his thing, but it's his thing. Baltimore's offense is so explosive, they can only beat themselves. It's funny because I was just talking to somebody yesterday about how the only thing that's stopping Baltimore from winning the whole thing is Baltimore.
That's it.
And it was funny because it was 40-25 when I said that. And lo and behold, what happened? Derrick Henry had a fumble. It's unfortunate because he's not a fumbler. It just happened. But a lot of times whenever you as a running back, when you're always trying to do this, what's going to happen is somebody going to end up punching that thing.
Exactly.
And as soon as they punch it, you're done, because at this point, as soon as I'm trying to come here, this person's probably going to push me.
Right, it's a wrap.
And then it's a wrap. Everybody's jumping on the ball and everything. So
it's a wrap.
That was a momentum shifter because that happened in Buffalo's red zone.
And to that point, and I'm going to let you continue.
Yeah.
The reason why it was rare air for him, to your point exactly, because that was a big body he was stiff arming.
Yes.
Normally a little body, he's stiff arming and he got immediate separation. So he used to having that basket right there, that bread. Right. But he got that big body collapsing that momentum.
Yep.
So he got that bread in the back. That's why it normally doesn't happen, because normally it's not that big of a body that he's trying to get separation from. But good timing by the defense. Hell of a play. Now, you know what? That's why it's better defense than bad offense. Anyway,
it's better. Yeah. No, absolutely. No, most definitely better defense.
Yeah.
Most definitely better defense, because the defense needed to make a play. Defense needed to make a play. And you know what I really love about Josh Allen? Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, they don't give up.
No. Oh, no.
It was 4 minutes. The timeline of events changed in 4 minutes of span of football, bro. 4 minutes.
Bro.
4 minutes. Like, all I was thinking was, okay, they got the ball back. It's 4 minutes left. There's surely no way.
No way.
But then there was a way.
I watched another game.
I believe it.
I was looking at some different highlights.
I believe it.
Because I was like, okay, well, this is about a wrap. I was trying to check back in.
I'm telling you.
Now, you know, to that point, we highlighted the defense. But, man, I got to tell you, when I tuned back in from checking some other highlights,
I'm telling you.
I said, listen, defense wins championships.
Yep.
And when your offense puts over 21, 28 points on the board, they've done their job as far as putting up a winning effort. Now, as a defense, you got to give them a chance. Now, sometimes your defense is outmatched or whatever. They get tired. They're on the field too long. I will give that. Since, I mean, the Bills was driving that thing on down the field, you know, and that'll wear you out.
James Cook was toting that pill, too.
Come on, that'll wear you out. Their running game will wear you out.
It was.
And, you know, but it's not how you start. It's how you finish, man.
That's how you finish.
And you got to at least be able to close it out. Because a star athlete who puts up almost 200 yards on the ground, you know, as a leader on the team, he's going to take accountability for that, as he should. As he should. Because, you know what I mean? You got to, you know, you hold yourself high, you know, in high regard. You know your ability. You're like, right, I feel that. You know, but then also you got opportunity for the defense to respond as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so it's a whole effort. But all in all, it was a good game, man. But I'll say something about them Bills. The look in Josh Allen's eyes.
He's hungry.
What?
He's hungry, dog.
What?
He's tired
People who can read energy, the look in his eyes when he was in that 4 minute window.
He's tired of this, bro.
You talking about
win-win for real.
You talking about in the zone.
Yep.
That's what in the zone looks like. If you want to know what in the zone looks like, look at that highlighted video and watch it. Look at his eyes.
You know what's amazing?
He's so focused.
No, extremely focused. I was about to say, what's amazing is just watching him make some plays where it was in a situation, dog, where it actually tipped out of one of the receivers' hands and landed in Coleman's hands. But here's the thing about someone who's a magician in the pocket and who has the energy of a playmaker.
Yeah.
The energy behind them throws is with conviction and confidence that it is going to literally land in the right position at the right time. And Josh Allen tends to have a lot of those because, like you can say, it's luck and all that kind of stuff, but he's a playmaker. Right. I was thinking about someone who's like a, you know, like a game manager or that type. He is a true playmaker. So without him, there is no offensive system for the Buffalo Bills. You can't put somebody else in that position and say they can lead Buffalo with that talent. He literally is the driving force for that team. And you can see it because, like you said, like we both said, 4 minutes, bro. 4 minutes of football? You telling me 4 minutes of football and them boys act like that? Them boys is like that. And like the thing is that you still gotta capitalize on on the opportunities that happen. You still have to capitalize, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
It's still a real thing. And for them to be able to do that both possessions is real. Now here's the thing, I was thinking about Derrick Henry, and I was like, you know, with Derrick Henry, I was thinking, I was like, he shouldn't feel bad that the defense could stop them the next possession though. He can't he couldn't even feel bad about that because the defense they almost, it's almost like they shut down. That's the only thing I didn't like. That's what I didn't like because they shut down once they scored. I was like, hold on, you're still up one score.
That's what I mean.
You know?
Yeah, I didn't really like it. I didn't like that energy. But end of the game, you're tired. And I will say, man, it's the fourth quarter. You play the whole game. And it's high scoring. That means you're on the field.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It ain't like a low-scoring game where, you know, running the ball. You're on that field. Yeah. Running because they throwing it, running it. Fourth quarter, you tired. You probably really need some wind. And then you go out there and the offense finally get the ball back. You get off the field. You think, okay, we got a second. We got to get ready again. And then, fumble. Man, them dudes probably barely even got a drop of water in their mouth. Damn, right? Then they're going out there exhausted. And so what we see is we think, it's kind of like boxing, right? Until somebody goes through like boxing sessions, they don't understand how exhausting it is. So when the guys get in that ninth inning, they screaming at the TV, "Get your hands up! Why are you leaning on? Why they hugging?"
Because their arms is tired. They breathing. They back tired. Man, what?
These
man,
professional athletes that train hard for this.
I'm telling you,
they're in the best condition out of anybody on that couch. So if they huffing, it's because they getting cooked. Oh! Oh! Set you up. Here we go. Here we go. Let me get it back. Let's get it back. Get it back. Here we go. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if they huffing, man. So anyway, they probably was fatigued. Yeah. Hell yeah. They probably was fatigued, yeah, but I hate to see that, man, because coming off that loss to them last year,
yeah,
that would have been a good morale booster. But good for the Bills, man. They look good. And good for them fans in that stadium.
Baltimore got to fix it. Because this has to be, like, this got to be it, Baltimore. Yeah. This got to be it. Because
for both of them.
Y'all have, well, yeah, for both of them. But Baltimore, I have a lot of love for Coach Harbaugh.
Me too, man.
I got a lot of love for, they're always there knocking on the door, just like Buffalo. So they're both kind of in the same boat. But, and you know what? They are in the same boat because I got to put some more respect on James Cook's name when it comes to how big of a deal he is, because he had some magnificent runs.
He was balling
against Baltimore, bro.
He was balling.
But between those two teams, I'm still going to say Baltimore because Lamar and Derrick Henry, they got to do it.
They got to do it, man.
Because that's a 2,000. I don't care if he had 1,900 yards and some change. That's a 2,000-yard rusher. That's a 1,000-yard rushing quarterback.
They got to do it.
With another, and I'll raise you another 4,000 or 5,000 passing that he's capable of doing this season.
Yeah.
But those stats, they got to be able to translate.
They got to.
The defense, y'all got to be able to play fundamentally sound to be able to give give the offense some more chances because they're too talented. They're too talented, and the window's now.
Yeah, man.
See, James Cook, a little bit younger, Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen, he's young and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is Derrick Henry, I want him to get his.
Big time.
He has way too much gifts to be a type of football player that can really help you with time of possession.
Yeah.
To be able to help assist with defensive more energy, so that way they have more energy on defense. He is the golden ticket.
Big time.
He's the golden ticket.
Big time.
Because what they did, the game should have been done 40 to 25. Should have been done.
Should have been done. Man, Bills came through. Now, speaking of the Bills, man, you look at you see that Chiefs-Chargers game?
Oh, man.
Chiefs looking real human.
Yeah.
Chiefs looking real human. So it's either they looking human or it's just, first game. We ain't going to get too rah-rah. But
I don't want to say they look human.
Or did the Chargers just look real good?
Chargers look really good. I'm going to tell you why.
Have they finally arrived?
I believe so. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I was thinking about Coach Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Coach Harbaugh out there, he did the same thing with San Francisco. Literally was the same thing with San Francisco. Good catch. But when he was in San Fran, he took them to the NFC Championship game and to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And so whenever I see that, I'm like, look, it took him a couple seasons. He got himself an all-star offensive tackle. That way Justin Herbert can be all the 6'5", 240 in that pocket, gunslinging that bad boy. He got old Hampton from North Carolina. That's a big back who gives me Joe Mixon vibes.
Does he?
Yeah, he gives me Joe Mixon vibes because he's about 220 himself. And the thing is that if he gets loose, you may not be able to catch him. He may not be able to catch him in open field if you get a little loose. But either way, he's gonna pound you really good inside of the lanes, right? So you have that. Their defense looks great. They got big receivers.
Yeah.
Great special teams. They're very fundamentally sound. The thing is, to beat a team like Kansas City, you must be fundamentally sound.
Man.
And so this is what I'm looking at. It's their week 1 too. And knowing and because of everyone's gelling together and starting to resurrect their belief out there, because John Harbaugh gives them so much love and compassion, they're only going to get better. Now, here's the thing: the Chiefs got to play the Eagles next.
Yeah, oof.
It's a bit of a gauntlet for them.
I mean, that's okay. They built for it.
But this is really good for them because their energy's still on championship energy.
Mm-hmm.
They got to see what they got.
Yeah,
they got to see what's popping.
It might be good to punch champions in the mouth early, right? You know, to wake them up, because you hear a lot of guys talk about that. Tom Brady, you got Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, right? They talk about, like, you know what, in order to keep on winning, you got to know how to refuel yourself. And so looking at adversity or any little thing as an opportunity, to use as fuel, right? You know, it kind of wakes up that competitor again. And I think you might get bored once you've already achieved the goal if you don't necessarily have that. So, I mean, it's kind of good for them to go through a little gauntlet early on to really get battle tested so they can set the right mindset of, like, oh, shit, they better put some respect on our name. We're going to have to show them. We're going to have to remind them. Ain't nobody laying down no more. You know, but, I mean, we just watched them do it so many times. I remember being in the Tom Brady era. Every year, it was a reason to count them out. Every year, it was some kind of reason. And they scrapped and struggled and fought from behind the whole damn year. And we used to watch season after season after season, like, ain't no way. And they figure out how to just inch into the playoffs and then how to just squeak past the first round, squeak past the second round, squeak, fight, and claw past the third round, and then get to the Super Bowl and then fuck around and win. Mm-hmm. I said, man, wow, right? Wow, right? So I kind of attribute some of that, like, competitor energy to
Patty Butterfly.
Pat Mahomes, hell yeah. Pat Mahomes, man, I think, like, we can't never count them out, but, you know, they're going to have to really come with their A game. And 3 point week one, so we'll see. But the Chargers did look good. And I like the fact they got Keenan Allen back. He's back at home. He's a sure possession receiver for Justin Herbert. When in doubt, okay, wait. That's all you got to do. Think you know he's going to be there. He's a big body. He knows how to block out. You know what I mean? Hit the Anquan Bolden. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you still got Quentin, what is his last name? Q something.
Talking about receiver?
Yeah, he's a receiver. He caught the touchdown towards the end. Anyway, he's a solid receiver. He still got McConkey. It was a good game.
Yeah, McConkey real nice, bro. Like, he's another one of those really shifty receivers.
Yeah.
That's going to be really good for them later on in the stretch of the season. You know, to your point, whenever you talk about no one's folding, you're right. No team right now is in the business of folding right now.
No.
And so you can really tell, like, and it could be because the power of teams, players, podcasts, etc. is calling these teams out when it comes to effort, when it comes to play.
You're on the spotlight.
You know, and they're on the spotlight, so they're playing with a little bit more sense of urgency. It kind of gives me more college football-like energy.
Oh, yeah.
Where the competitiveness seems to be more back passion, more so than just for a financial gain.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And contracts, stuff like that. But I feel like this season, you probably are going to see a lot of 3 or 4 championship-type team losses in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right.
Where teams may mess around and be maybe at the most 3 or 4 game lost teams that find a way to get into that Super Bowl because everybody's good. Like when I'm looking at divisions, like it looks like everybody is playing really, really good football. For example, we watched Atlanta and the Bucks last night.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta and the Bucks. I was watching Atlanta and the Bucks and I was like, Atlanta looked good. Bijan Robinson just looked so smooth in the pocket. I mean, not smooth pocket, but so smooth whenever he's getting out the backfield, looking so smooth, so fast. He literally is Alvin Kamara,
man,
for the Atlanta Falcons, and so that's making Michael Penix play so much better. But I was so surprised on the relentlessness of the Bucks, but more so with Baker Mayfield.
Oh man,
Baker Mayfield's a competitor, bro.
He's a baller, bro.
He's a straight up competitor, bro. Like he's always gonna find a way to help his team be in the game, and I'm just so glad to see him kind of like make that step where he's established his assertiveness in Tampa, where he's like, hey, look, I'm here to stay. I'm not just here just as a temporary fix.
This is my spot.
Right, this is my spot, like for real. Like we really trying to do this for real.
Yeah.
And they did. And they did. So, you know, their defense is really, really good, man.
Yep.
It's just gonna be some really good football.
Man.
Did you see hate to go back and forth, but I was thinking about running backs. It made me think about Scatterboo.
Ooh.
Man.
You know what?
Certified bowling ball.
Bowling ball, man. The thing I like about him and Ashton Gentry,
Yeah.
is, woo, they came, man. They came in like a grown man, right?
Yep.
It's a grown man sport. They came in like a grown man. They let you know. Hey, I can transition that energy right over here, because he was running them boys over. They had a hard time with Scatterboo, and it's tough with them big bodies that are low center to the ground. Shoot.
Yeah, no, for real.
He was putting that hat on him. Wow. And his body weight low. He's strong. Little bowling ball, man. And he's getting low like this. Like a couple of them was DBs that are used to going down to the legs. Scatterboo down here. Like, what you gonna do with that?
Yeah, for real.
I mean, I look forward to seeing it. I hope they figure out a really cool way to use them. A really, really cool way. Yeah, line for sure.
I'm thinking a really cool way is giving him about 15 to 20 carries. How about we start there?
Come on, man, and protect Tracy, because he could be what he wants to be. Go put him in the slot sometime. Come get him jet sweep sometime, off tackle.
Mm-hmm.
He don't really need to be bouncing up in that middle. Like, use your Lamborghini for fast things.
Oh, you talking about Genty?
No. I'm talking about Cam Scatterboo and Tracy.
Oh, Tracy, yeah.
Tracy Jr. for the New York.
Yeah.
I was saying I hope they figure out a cool way to use Scatterboo alongside T. Tracy Jr. I think they got something special, so they don't have to rely on their quarterbacks as much, because Russ had a hard time. And
they was like, Russ, we know that you're going to go for Malik Neighbors every time. Malik Neighbors every single time. We know
come on, exactly.
So, oh, yeah, we see you, Malik. Don't worry. We already know. So we're going to double you, and then we're just going to just send the house on Russ. We're just going to shut it all down real quick. They pretty much did that.
And that's kind of to the point of why it would have been dangerous if they got Travis Hunter. But either way, I think if they figure out a way to use them in tandem, Scatterboo, the power back, T. Tracy has some lightning, they could take some temperature off of Russell Wilson, kind of like how they did at the Patriots, where they had White all the time outside on the bubble screen, and they had a couple other running backs as a unit. It's like, I don't know why we don't look back at things that worked at a high level consistently, and either try to do like Reed, maybe put your own sauce on it, but why get away from it? I don't see nearly enough bubble screens. You know how dangerous the bubble screen is? The bubble screen will break your whole game open, and if you have a struggling quarterback, you know the games back in the day? Back in the day, we just played a video game, right? NCAA, 2K, all that kind of stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Football. We would bubble screen. First down, second down, third down. You just keep doing it, okay? Because maybe they stop it once, maybe they stop it twice. But if you don't accidentally make that first tackle, I don't know. I think they can help out these quarterbacks that are struggling a little bit better if they utilize these bubble screens. And I think the Giants are set up good for that with that two-back tandem. But you were saying talking about Ashton Gentry?
Well, I was about to say real quick to your point.
Yeah.
When it comes to bubble screens and everything, there's only a few receivers right now, or a few like tandem receivers where you can get away with bubble screens. So going back to your point when you was talking about Travis Hunter,
yeah,
you're right. If they would have picked up a Travis Hunter, right, that would have took a little slack off of Malik Neighbors. But as a result, you can run a lot of screens. Why? Because of the fact that you don't know where it's coming from.
Right.
Whenever you have two number ones on the same team. So what you have is you have Higgins and then you have Jamar Chase out there, right? Out there in Cincinnati. But what's also happening is you also have the star tandem that's going to be emerging out there with Travis Hunter and those other receivers out there in Jacksonville. So now, yeah, they're starting to get deeper in Jacksonville as a result, because now more receivers, they can beat you quick. Because Travis Hunter can get you on a slant. Yep. They have receivers that can get you on deep routes. They have receivers that can do the exact same thing Travis Hunter's doing. But the thing is Jacksonville is starting to figure it out too. Well, if our defense is average, but if we got two number ones at receiver, we can pick you apart now.
Come on now.
The NFL is shifting because you can't really hit people.
Right.
That's shifting things. You can't hold after 5 yards. Yep. That's always been a thing, but it's just the fact that you got to understand taking advantage of what the NFL is giving you.
Right.
What the NFL is giving you, where you ain't really hitting receivers like that, and now you can come across on a slant without your star receiver getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're gonna have our star receivers doing this every single time.
We can put them in the slot,
and we're just getting first downs, and the first downs eventually they're gonna break one.
Come on now.
And so now that's what we're seeing now, how things are just shifting. So just think about what you were saying. If it can't be that, to your point, going back to Scatterboo and with Tracy, they got to figure out a plan when it comes to getting them both involved, because hey, if Russ's only option is all I see is Malik Neighbors every single time, then y'all will go 0-16.
And they got weapons. Scatterboo got hands.
He do got hands.
Scatterboo has hands. Let's say it again. Scatterboo has hands. But listen, we got faith.
I say put him at the slot.
Come on now.
Say what?
That's disruptive, right? Now, I say, listen, I have faith that these people, they make a lot of money for a reason. So let's hope that the offensive coordinator can figure out these adjustments and see what we're seeing, because they got potential. I know they struggled first game out the gates, but they got a lot of talent and a lot of new players. They implemented a new offense, a new system. You got to go out there and see how it goes. And you realize, oh shit, that didn't go too well. All right, so never mind. This is what we're gonna do. Russ, we getting your ass out the pocket. We didn't know. We thought you had more time. So all these plays that we got set up, we ain't got the time for it. We thought we was going to have more time, because in practice, it's real smooth. You run past the quarterback, right? You might tap him on the leg, and you assume you might have got him, but you don't really have that heat like that. Mm-hmm. You still run and make the play. But you get in that game, and you really got 2-3 seconds, and the dude on your neck. Now it's like, hey, man, that was a 5-second play in practice. Malik, boom, boom, boom. It looked real pretty. Woo! Corner end zone touchdown, right?
Everybody likes superstars in practice.
Come on, but then you get out there in the game, and your tackle didn't wake up on the right side of the bed, and your guard didn't eat his Wheaties. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you're out there running. Malik's over this way, but you got to go this way. Now the plays
just throw it back this way.
Nobody else know what to do, because they've been running the number 1, number 2 option the whole time. So I think they make the adjustment, give him some check downs, use Scatterboo and Tracy, keep him back there with him, just in case. So he got a bailout, right? He got an extra blocker. He got a bailout. Boom. If you only got one primary go-to receiver, then let him your guy. Have 3 wide. You got Malik, you got Slayton, you got Wan'Dale Robinson or whatever. Wan'Dale's fast. Percy Harvin back at the old NCAA game, you should have him come across the drag middle because he's so fast. Virtually almost impossible to stop, because you just wait till he hit the right gap. Boom. Woo! My bad.
Yep, no, you're good.
But you wait. So anyway, who else we got? Toss it back to let me know the time. I don't know what time.
Oh yeah, we got wrap ups.
Okay. But Dak Prescott looked good, man.
Yeah, he did.
Dak Prescott, he looked real good.
He looks good, and I'm gonna keep saying it because it's gonna happen. I say this, and I'm gonna say this every week.
What's up?
Here's the thing about Dak.
You said it.
Dak can win you a Super Bowl. It's just gonna take him 10 years in a season. 10 years in an NFL career. It's gonna take his 10th year. It's gonna take him 10 years. Well, it's his 10th season.
You've been said that.
I've been saying that.
Mm-hmm.
He looked crispy.
He looked crispy.
He looked real crispy. And the thing is, it's almost like it's a no-brainer now. So now I just need for everybody else to kind of catch up with him. That's why I say, I feel like things are only going to progress really well for Dallas because of the fact that he knows his checkdowns. He knows his plays. He knows even if he needs the audible things, like he looks very efficient. His footwork looks efficient. His throws look very good. Like it's only up to them. They're kind of like Baltimore, and on the offensive side, at least whenever it comes to, they can only lose for themselves. Can't nobody beat them because their offense is enough. It's explosive enough. They got 2 number 1s at receiver. Make it happen.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Speaking of, just thinking about it just real quick, I like the fact that CD came back to Dallas, was on the gun every single time. They had the football, kept catching all the footballs and stuff like that. Just rehearsing. It's like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna keep catching these footballs. Keep catching these footballs. That's a sign of someone who's really trying to be the greatest.
Come on now.
And so that's also carrying over because don't worry, teammates, player personnel, people, staff, they looking, they watching because they also want to see if you're really serious about it because that's the kind of stuff that keeps the team hopeful that every single week, our number 1 guy, he got our back.
Big time. And you can give him grace.
Yes.
Right? Because you see the work he's putting in. It gives you hope. It gives you trust. It's like he's not parlaying, taking it light, like not really practicing. He's like, okay, no, man, I need to sharpen up. Make sure this never happens again. Even if I was already sharpened, it was just either a focus thing or something, who knows? But I'm going to make sure this never happens. I'm going to show y'all. That's how you maintain respect. We're human. Things are going to happen. Even the greats, it reminds me of Kobe Bryant early in his career when he was trusted to take them last final shots at the end of an important game, and he airballed both of them. Wham, wham, airball. He went through a lot of adversity and scrutiny. I think it might have knocked him out the playoffs or something like that. But what did he do? He went, got better. Used it as fuel, got in that gym. Wow. He said, ain't never going to happen again. Sometimes the greats need that little whoop just to wake them up and make them sharpen that blade again.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta feel it go dull. Be like, oh man, that ain't hit like it was.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. My man.
Straight like
Great
that.
session. Yeah.